My name is Ann George, and I live in Old Fort, North Carolina. It's a really cool area because you can get in the woods so easily, like into the forest so quickly. And everyone likes to go outside and do things like ride bikes or fish or run. So everybody's kind of like-minded in that aspect. We even have a lot of hunters, that all want to get outside, and everyone's passionate about the forest system. I think what I love so much about Old Fort is everyone's passionate here about new things. Everyone has these new ideas. So if it's a business, then people are starting these new businesses and they are fresh and new ideas. And then if it's the trail systems, we have all these new trails going in and everyone's excited about what the trails are going to look like and how they're going to be built and what they're going to accommodate. But then another aspect is that when you're walking down the street, you wave at somebody you know who they are. And I grew up in a small town, so I like that. So I think for people that really want to do that and have that kind of feel about life or town is a good place to live. So on the morning of the flood, I woke up and I went down to let the dog out, and it was sunrise a little bit, so I was I'm gonna walk to the bridge, but it was pouring down rain. And I was I still wanted to go walk and see the bridge, and I wanted to see how things were kind of holding up, because I had heard before that the last flood, the water had barely crested the bridge. So I walked over there, and when I was standing on the bridge was when the big trees were starting to hit the underside of it, and I was I need to go back.
At this point, we left to go check our backyard and try to get all of our stuff tied down, because I watched the picnic tables and all the stuff at Whaley's just get completely decimated with a wave of water, come over and then start hitting stuff across the street. By 10 o'clock, all of town was pretty much destroyed. And I don't know. I spent every morning in this field. I met all my neighbors in this field. The debris was 2 stories high. There was debris 2 stories high on this property, or 1 story high on this property, and then it was all over there as well, and the Army Corps is taking it off and disposing of it. So a lot of progress is being made, but we still have a long way to go. It's super sad. Everybody comes out here and builds their lives and buys their houses to have these better lives, and now everybody's kind of back at square one, and a lot of people aren't getting assistance because they didn't have flood insurance, because you don't need flood insurance because you're not in the floodplain, and then homeowners insurance doesn't cover flood water. It only covers rainwater, and so everybody's kind of in a bind. And to rebuild the houses is considerably more than what FEMA can pay, so that's kind of why we're stuck in this predicament. I don't know.
I guess I decided to sign up for the Old Fort Strong because I wanted to be able to give back to the community, and running is one thing that I know how to do. So I felt that would be a good outlet for me to take in trying to aid in helping people. I am an endurance runner. I'm known as being an endurance runner. And then for all these people from around, the country to come in and be running this race, and then I live a mile down the street and watch the devastation take place, and I'm trying to help the people in my own town, it felt I really need to be a part of it. I should be supporting Old Fort. I wanted to know that I was giving it my all to the town. I think it's important for the endurance community to get behind small communities like Old Fort and back and help Old Fort, because these are the communities that are the gateways to a lot of our trail systems. People that run and bike are the ones that see the beauty of these towns and see what they need. And these towns used to have major industry, but now the industry is tourism, this is going to be the next big industry for Old Fort. But I hope that will be the thing, and be able to preserve the forest and the waterfalls and the 3 bears. Don't tell the hunters I said that. Anyway. Running is important to me because of the community that has been around it. When I've been through really dark times, people that I ran with showed up every day to make sure that I was okay. When this tragedy struck, I had 16 people trying to call me from just one group of women to make sure I was okay. And I think in my lifetime, I've been supported so much by the community of running that it's just been a huge support for me. Running helps me reset myself mentally. It helps me take all of the frustrations and everything that happens in the day and be able to kind of flush them out a little bit, kind of work through the things in my brain and get outside and just help me be more peaceful. And I hope that this festival can be a reset for Old Fort and help to get the people back on their feet and gives them hope for the future.
Had about a half-inch cement pad. So welcome to my new home, which as you can see is a little bit higher than the old home. I was shooting for 4 feet above the ground.
Oh man. Got you, Rob. That's probably your situation.